Hello, my name is Virginia Carrillo. I was assigned question number 6 on theory. This is my outline. The question reads: define composition, define use of lines, and give some examples. So first I'm going to define composition. I'm going to talk about the use of lines, about the rule of thirds, the use of other lines like diagonal and horizontal lines. I'm going to give some examples. Then I'm going to recap and I'm going to give a conclusion. So, composition has to do with elements in the scene that are arranged in a camera frame to convey an intended message. Shot composition is an art of combining elements to advance the story, reveal character, and create emotion. As regards use of lines, I'm going to start by defining the rule of thirds. This is about positioning a character to show the relation to other elements in the scene. The rule of thirds involves mentally dividing up an image using 2 horizontal lines and 2 vertical lines, like in a tic-tac-toe. If you position points of interest in the intersection or along the lines, your photo becomes more balanced and the viewer interacts with it more naturally. For example, at the very beginning of Vincent, when Vincent is playing the flute, he's positioned to the right side of the screen, right in the intersection of lines, so he becomes a point of focus. So little lines are actual lines in a shot, or imaginary lines, that lead the eye to key elements in the scene. In addition, lines serve to create a mood, they add emotional content to images, and they are a very powerful method of improving composition. When dealing with lines, the subject can be broken into diagonal, circular, horizontal, or vertical lines. Diagonal lines, for example, give the viewer a sensation of disruption, confusion, or tension. For example, in Vincent, when we see the diagonal stairs, or when he's reading a book, he has some diagonal lines above his head, and that gives us a sensation of pessimism and also an unbalanced character. Horizontal lines, on the other hand, give the audience a sensation of peaceful, calm, even monotony. So, for example, in the last scene of Vincent, when he lays on the floor in a horizontal position. So, to recap, I defined composition, I talked about the use of lines, the rule of thirds, and the use of some specific lines like horizontal and diagonal lines. So, to conclude, the director's decision depends on what experience he or she wants the audience to have. So knowing the rules of composition and using them well can keep the audience engaged from beginning to end. Thank you.